たった一つたった一つのたった一人たった一人の私はここ
Reparations on the table, nigga, we ain't seen shit. Put us under pressure, nigga, we ain't even sweat. Came out shining like a diamond in the middle, what's a mess? On Martin Luther King, bitch, we coming for a check. Headed to the Capitol to stake my feelings in the mind of a radical. You can't ride with me. I'm only witness when I handle my business. Pull it from their hips, say bye-bye, Billy. No more time for no coasting, I'm on the highway focused. I ain't even smoking, I'm just riding my emotion. Both eyes open, I'm just trying to keep calm. Put an extra set of eyes on them doing recon. Knee deep in snow, say you try and keep going. Told him get up out the cold before my nigga deform. Every old wound seem to getting retorn. I'ma write deep poems to a nigga reborn. I'ma make a statement before I make it out alive. No Channel 5, I would rather make a lie. Before the news try to make a nigga out alive, but the pain in my eyes.
Depot on the beat.
I couldn't believe it, even when out of eye, and I still couldn't see it. This is much deeper than flesh and blood. Nigga, we fighting demons. Been double dead by the devil, and I'm still in the field. Now you get to watch me get it up out of the mud. I couldn't believe, even when I was out of eye, and I still couldn't see it. This is much deeper than flesh and blood. Nigga, we
Alright, what's going on with y'all today, family? Cut this. Alright. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Another day of investing Outdabluu. And so I kind of had this video in the chamber for a little while, because we are coming up around the time of probably another market bull run, right? So it's about, well, not another market bull run, but it's about time for the bull run to continue on the market. And so some of the stocks we're gonna be talking about today, SNDL or Sundial, Tilray, it's another pot stock. Both of those are pot stocks. Also Ford, and then Rocket Mutual. Rocket Mortgage. And so that's these are just a couple of them that I think you guys should, this is definitely a good time to be considering, right? We are in the moment currently of the shaking of the tree. That's what we call this right here. This is called the shaking of the tree. And basically, this is why mainly I deal on this channel, because to me, you know, the technical analysis is cool. You know, I can get on here and show you guys a Garley cipher and different things like that. But I think it's way more important for me that you are able to control your emotions, right, when you're in the market. And so over here, that's going to be our main point, is making sure that when we're jumping into these markets, right, into these different markets, that we carry in the right mindset, right? That we're not just jumping in feet, you know what I'm saying, with both feet first, right? When I say only a fool tests the water with both feet first, right? So, you know, this is definitely something that is a timely, I would say a timely situation. And so, as we kind of, you know, we're going to take a look at a few clips. We definitely do have a few clips that I want to play dealing with just the situation around pop in general. because I want y'all to understand when I'm looking at stocks, sometimes how you play it and how you use the news, right? And um, one of the terms that we use in the stock market is called you buy the rumor, right? Buy the rumor and sell the news. I want y'all to make sure y'all get that clear. You want to buy the rumor and sell the news. So what that means is you don't want to try to jump into these markets when they're already jumping, right? Right now, in some of the best stocks you could be holding are at lows right now. Probably right now they are sitting at prices you will not see again. Most of the crypto market is sitting at prices that you will not see again. See, today is about closing your ears to what not completely closing ears because you want to be aware of what everybody is doing. But remind you, I'm gonna do the opposite of what everybody is doing. When y'all all is selling, I'm coming right behind y'all. I'm gonna buy, buy, buy. That's just me. So understand how this is a psychological game. By the time you see or hear on YouTube or on the news that crypto or the pot stocks is jumping, it's gonna be too late for you. And the reason why I say it's gonna be too late is because you're gonna end up getting in at a price that makes you uncomfortable. And once you get in at that price, the people at the top are gonna shake the tree. That's how it always happens. So there's two things you're gonna have to know is not only you or at least have a plan. I'm getting in here and I'm getting out here no matter what. This plan needs to be realistic. If you're sitting at a stock that's $1 or something, and you thinking that it's getting ready to make a run, well then you should be jumping out somewhere about $4 or $5, not 10. Have your stops set. You need to have your stops, your stops set. You don't want to be at work or at the gas station losing money. The market moves so fast, especially when we dealing with volatility stocks or very volatile stocks. It moves so fast. It's hard to keep up with that type of action. You could be in the middle of changing a diaper. You could be in the middle of changing a diaper. At all times, your stop should already be set on when you're getting out. Okay, I'm buying this at $1. Before you buy, before you hit the buy button, I'm getting this at $1. Right? Matter of fact, we're gonna take a look at some stuff. Let's go. My trade view. I'm gonna buy this at $1. And on the next run, I'm jumping out at $5 no matter what. I don't care if it goes to $20. I don't care if it goes to $100. I'm getting out at $5. And the reason why I say you don't care, because just as easily, and this is one of the things that we go, oh man, if I would have stayed in, I would have got, I no, and this is a big term that we use in the market. I would have won. There's no winning. What do you mean I would have won? This ain't a game. This ain't a game. You're not only playing with your current money, but you're talking about playing with your kid's future. It's not a game. It's just not. And so when we going into, different things like this. Let me see if I can get this. Okay. When you going into, there we go. All right, when you going into different markets, or when you going in, you don't want to have regrets of thinking that, oh man, if I would have stayed in, because that's how you get got. And so the next time when you had it in your head, I'm gonna jump out at $5, and it's itched and it inched toward it, and instead of you getting out at $5, you didn't have your stops set and you waited. And so it went past $5 to $6, and you like, oh, it's going to 10. Now you trying to wait, and then it do something like touch 650, 675, and it'll never see that price again. Had you got out at 5, and see the waiting game. So now when the next time when it touches 5, you're waiting on it to jump back up to 6, 7, 8. You're thinking that the run is still going. It's not. It's not. I say it over and over again. You have to control your emotions. Okay, where's my trading view? What do I got going on? I'm sorry, y'all. Something just happened. I'm a little confused. So, yeah, but I definitely want you guys to make sure that you are being very, very careful when it comes down to how you enter into a market. Just I just don't want you guys to going in without a plan. And even though I like doing the technical analysis, I don't want you guys going in with my plan, because I'm getting in. It's not fair when we get on here and we do YouTube shows, and then we pull up the prices on different things and we showing stuff, and I got in 20 cents, 30, 40 cents before you did, or $1, $2 before you did. And so a lot of times my technical analysis is going to be based on the price I got in at. So we talk about something like Sundial, SNDL, I got in at like 55 cents. So I'm good. I can wait. I can play the waiting game with SNDL. I got in at 55 cents. Some of you guys are going to be getting in just now, right? And when we talk about you getting in just now, we're we're referring to where's the S? Let's go with SNDL first. These are going to be different prices, and the shaking of the tree is going to make you feel different than how it makes me feel. Very simple. Very simple. So right now as we look, the price at SNDL right now is 88 cents. For me, anything under $1 is extraordinary right now when we talking about SNDL. For me, anything below $1, $1 and below is, This is about as good of a price as you are getting ready to get when we talking about moving into the next bull run of these pot stocks. Understand what we are looking at. See if I can get my zoom out. Let's go. Grab this bad boy. So let's take a look at a few things real quick. Share screen. Peace to the chat and whoever in here. Power to the dark side. I appreciate y'all coming through and showing some love. This is always a definite. So like, I'm gonna take a quick look at some things, and then we got some news to get into. Let me go ahead and share audio just in case. So bam, let's go right there. All right, so as we look right now, sundial 88 cents. All right. So like I told you guys, I got into the price I got into sundial. It was, I got in there pretty far back, right? And so I got in, as you can see. Let me bring this. I'm sorry, I'll bring this. I'll make mine a little bit smaller real quick, just so y'all can kind of see what happened here, right? So I don't know if y'all can already see that pattern. I'm hoping, I'm quite sure y'all see this pattern right here, right? Right. But this to me, like I said, these are some excellent prices to get in at. Reasoning for saying that, right, is let's look at what's going on. Right. Okay, I still got my stop sets back. So we still had our stop set. I mean, we still see price targets are still the same. $5, 6, and 7, basically. Right. What was it? 545, 559, 673. Right. So all of these things still set. We pretty much still. We pretty much still know where it's going. Let's see. And I understand, so I'll definitely do want to just kind of give y'all some courage, as we keep going. But this is what this is a consolidation phase right here, right? So it's definitely been consolidating for quite a bit of time, right? And so reason why I'm telling y'all this is because a lot of times during this type of consolidating, to where we see the prices bouncing and coming back down, a lot of times it gets discouraging for people, right? I'm not going to deal with this really in a technical way, so don't pay attention to the numbers like that on the side, and in the price points that I got set, right? Yeah, I do believe that it is the next run. It will be going to $5. That's me personally. That's based on some analysis I've been doing and also some other studying I've been doing. But as far as you need to have your own price point, right? So right now the market is at 88 cents. You need to have an idea where you're planning on getting out at. Say for you might be $4. I think the all-time high I think that it hit was 4 on the head. Yeah, 390. what is that? 390. It was like 399 basically that day. Right. So at one point in time, let's just get that. We did get a high. Boom. Yep. Pretty much $4. So we definitely are looking for it to blast through $4. We definitely do need that. So your price range right now, buying in here, you need to be making a decision. Where are you getting out at before you hit the buy button? And I like this is serious because to me this is important. I don't want anybody to ever watch my shows and then come back and say, "Well, you said it was going to $5, and well, I see you had this up, and and this happened." Now you need to have your own game plan set. You need to have your own game plan set. I'm waiting the $5, but I got in at 55 cents. You get in at $88, that may not be the best thing for your nerves, for your money. So say, hey, maybe you set it at $3.50, maybe you set it at $4, whatever it is. Maybe you just wanted to touch the last high and you out. Now, preferably, I would tell you that 9 times out of 10, if it gets here, it's going to probably blast through the last high. That's just 9 times out of 10, and it should set a new high. It should set a new high. But don't think that right now it's not the time to be. When else are you going to start buying your pot stocks exactly? If you ain't buying right now, are you waiting on people to start doing YouTube videos telling you that the market is going bananas and all of this different stuff? What exactly are you waiting on? What? Because that it ends up hurting you. And that's why I say right now is a good time. You should be buying the rumor. Right now we are in what they call rumorville. You buy the rumor and prepare to sell the news. So let's get into some things that we are looking at right now.
If you're looking for a CRM your
That
sales team will
and these are things that
actually
are
want to
getting ready
use,
current-
you
that
gotta
are
check
going
out
to
Monday.com's
currently affect the
CRM.
market
Senate Majority
today.
Leader Chuck Schumer said today he's making legalizing marijuana a priority for the U.S. Senate. But as he wages the battle at the federal level, military veterans are pushing for access to weed as well. Right now, doctors at VA hospitals cannot legally recommend medical marijuana to vets, even in states where it's already legal. But veterans say medical cannabis saves lives and that they deserve full access like everyone else. So one group of vets in Hawaii decided to sow their own greener path.
And just so y'all see, this is on July 15th. So you got to pay attention to when the news is doing this. They are setting the stage. This is called setting the stage. They're already getting your mind prepared. You think if U.S. soldiers are asking for marijuana, how long you think it's gonna last before they get that? You gotta be smart. They decriminalized marijuana already in Alabama. As they make a claim that it's to, it's to help with us getting pulled over for weed all the time and going, weed charges. So I guess that, but to me, if the country is going to look at anything as important, it's not going to be black people getting arrested for weed charges. It's going to be the veteran soldiers needing healing and needing to get better mentally and also physically. That's going to be the first thing on their mind. So you better believe if weed is on the table for our veteran soldiers, that is going to be priority number one.
Here's NBC's Hallie Jackson.
On a spectacular stretch of land by the north shore of Oahu sits this farm. Its exact location, not publicized for security reasons, because inside these greenhouses sit 400 cannabis plants grown by veterans for veterans.
See?
So each
Pay attention. This is how they're gaining the morale for what they're getting ready to do next. For veterans, by veterans. You don't want to support your troops? Huh? Pay attention. This is and this is how you buy the rumor and sell the news.
of these plants belongs to somebody. Is that what these tags are on
That's
the bottom
correct.
here?
Yes, that's correct.
Jason Hanley runs this co-op farm where people grow their own medical marijuana, a lot cheaper than if they had to buy it somewhere else.
How many of those patients that you serve?
More cost beneficial for our veterans. Wow. So even cost benefits when it comes to our veterans. Pay attention.
Are veterans, would you say?
I would say about 50%.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of veterans.
These 10 plants belong to Gemma Osborne, a retired Air Force staff sergeant who was stationed in New York when 9/11 happened, deployed to the World Trade Center almost immediately after the towers fell.
About 7 or 8 of us got really sick, and I'm still the last survivor out of the group.
It is stage 4 kidney failure on both your kidneys.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
what,
yeah.
What does that do to you?
I vomit a lot. I get weak. Stomach pains that can kill.
Osborne was losing weight fast, in pain constantly when she was persuaded to visit Hawaii.
So what happened the first time that you smoked cannabis to try to alleviate your symptoms?
I got really, really, really high. And that's important. So I didn't feel the pain.
Where would you be if you hadn't found this farm and you hadn't found cannabis?
Close to death, closer to death.
Cannabis works for Osborne and other vets like her. Problem is, they can't get it from the VA. It's against the law for government doctors to recommend it because marijuana is still classified as a Schedule I controlled narcotic.
Boom. That's our first issue. It's a Schedule I. That's putting it up there with heroin and other hardcore meth, all of that type of stuff. Which is, I mean, come on, let's be real. That definitely can't be the case and shouldn't be the case. But let's continue.
That means right now, even in the 36 states plus DC where medical marijuana is legal to treat conditions like chronic pain, vets can only access it if they find it on their own and pay.
Hold on.
Pay for it out of pocket. Now, a new push in Washington hopes to change that.
When they say, hey, how come the VA can't do it? It's an affordability issue.
Virginia Senator Tim Kaine leading the way.
It might be a veteran saying, I've got chronic pain issues, but opioids are really dangerous. Marijuana is a better way to manage it. And yet the VA hospitals, even in the states like Virginia that allow use of marijuana, certainly for medical purposes, they can't offer that as an option.
Leah Kuntz thinks that's important. She's still struggling with PTSD after 14 years in the Navy.
Terry, I
We should
appreciate
have the
you,
choice,
God.
though. Like, we don't want to take pharmaceuticals. Awesome. We shouldn't have to. We shouldn't have that be our only option, either pain or pharmaceuticals.
A Veteran Affairs spokesperson tells.
And see, that's a dagger. As we move forward and we get more towards people are kind of more towards the organic eating and living and healing, they're not going. It's going to be hard for you to give people pills still. When they know that there's medical marijuana out here, that can help them treat some of them same ailments and issues. So I mean, these are definitely things that kind of prove that already kind of show the point. And I just want y'all to be clear. So when we're looking right now, SNDL is up 5% this morning so far. Already up 5%, 88 cents. Right, 88 cents. I want you guys to and I know what's going on. the word, and this is how they get you. They don't want you really to buy in right now because these are all perfect prices. So right now they're hitting the panic button on you. The market is crashing. Look at Bitcoin and crypto. Look at crypto. Even though the cryptocurrencies are still higher than they've ever been. Let's not forget where they were. Well, we got Bitcoin, I think, at like 30,000. Don't forget, it shot all the way up from 17,000 to almost, 60 something, 70 something. Come on, man. Pay attention. The market goes up and down. It acts as a rubber band. When it stretches too far to up, it snaps back. Same thing. When it stretches too far down, it snaps back. The market works as a rubber band. It's only so much pull in either direction before you wind up happening to before the market corrects itself.
Tells NBC News the VA does not have a position on bills that would authorize cannabis use for vets. The VA pointing out its providers cannot help patients get it, but veterans will not be denied benefits for marijuana use. You could say some vets are fighting the country they fought for, but that's not how Osborne sees it.
I always tell people that's the best job I ever had.
It was in the Air Force?
In the Air Force.
You just want to see them open the door a little bit to something that has been stigmatized for a long time that you found. It's almost a miracle plant for you.
Absolutely. Not almost, it is.
So part of the reason why some vets argue this is so important is because it expands the toolkit for their doctors. Right now, there are only 2 drugs approved to treat PTSD. A new one has not been approved in nearly 2 decades. So some advocates are now saying, hey, this might be the time to at least, open the door to something new, something.
Exactly. I don't want my veterans turning into winos. Like, I just don't like it. It's not a good look. The only way that they have been able to treat PTSD in the past was by going to the bar. And that's definitely not good. You're not going to be able to, at the bottom of a bottle, and we know that 9 times out of 10, those situations have probably turned out violent. Because, to me, alcohol is a depressant. So I don't think it really can help with depression. A lot of time people get drunk and start reminiscing over shit and crying and apologizing over old stuff. So, hey, come on. This is pretty clear to me. And so when we look at what we're talking about going forward with the market, understand that they are setting the stage. This is what I'm trying to get y'all to see.
Hey everyone, this is John from Simple Trading.
This is the rumor
I'm finishing up
that
today,
you're supposed
and
to
I just
be
want to show
buying
you
right
how I'm doing this year. Here we go.
Remember that.
For years now, state after state.
And for the record, for those of you who do not know, for the record, I am not a financial advisor. I do not give financial advice. This is for pure entertainment purposes only. If you need a financial advisor, I suggest that you get with a professional or you do your own due diligence or research. But please, this is for entertainment purposes only.
State after state has given the green light to the cannabis industry. But now, perhaps the biggest pot push yet.
There is an urgency to this because there are people all over our country seeing their lives destroyed, they're hurt.
Senate Democrats are rolling out a draft of their plan to try to legalize marijuana at the federal level. First obtained exclusively by NBC News, it calls for removing cannabis from the Controlled Substances Act, expunging federal records of nonviolent cannabis offenders, and setting up regulations to tax pot products.
So, do you have the votes?
Well, we're working on it.
Working on weed are Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, New Jersey Senator Cory Booker, and Oregon Senator Ron Wyden, the chair of the Finance Committee.
We legalized in adult use in 2014.
I'm sorry, man.
And oh my goodness.
Dude look wicked as hell, yo. I'm sorry, y'all. That's just me. Hey, man, I told y'all, man, it's deeper than flesh and blood.
The skeptics said that Western civilization was going to pretty much end. What we have seen in terms of the actual facts is we've generated more than 6 times the predicted revenue.
Is this one of the top priorities for Democrats?
It's one of the high priorities. We have a lot of priorities, obviously.
But at the same time, you haven't been able to get infrastructure done yet. Why bring this up now?
We got to move forward on a whole lot of things.
Critics say the marijuana industry has been growing too fast and is marketing high-potency pot to kids.
I think we can expunge records. We can, not prosecute low-level use, not give someone a criminal record, but we don't have to go to the other extreme of, pot gummy bears and 99% THC dabs.
Supporters of federal legalization argue communities of color are still disproportionately incarcerated for a drug already legal in many states. 18 states plus D.C. allow recreational pot use. 37 plus D.C. allow medical marijuana.
The war on drugs has not worked.
Stephanie Shepard spent 9 years in prison for a nonviolent marijuana-related charge. Even now, job and rental applications are brutal. This legislation would change that.
What has a drug conviction done to your life?
Changed it completely. My life will never be the same.
How much?
What's also changed dramatically is Americans' views on weed. Back in 1969, only 12 rental applications are brutal. This legislation would change that.
What has a drug conviction?
And rental applications are brutal. This legislation in prison for a nonviolent marijuana-related charge. Even
work.
Stephanie Shepard spent 9 years in prison for a nonviolent marijuana-related charge. Even now, job and rental applications are brutal.
9, I would hope she has some serious weight on her, bro. 9 years for a nonviolent weed charge? God damn, bro. It just gets silly. it just gets silly. She had on her, bro, I'm hoping that this was some bigger case, she was the lady, not just a weed smoker. If you locked up a damn weed smoker for 9 years, bro, y'all owe her a check, bro. What the hell is wrong with y'all? This is crazy.
This legislation would change that.
What has a drug conviction done to your life?
Changed it completely.
Yeah, I know.
My life will never be the same.
What's also changed dramatically is Americans' views on.
I know niggas that pop people and was home, bro, in a week and a half. And I'm not even over exaggerating. A week and a half. $9 years for weed? Come on, man.
Weed. Back in 1969, only 12% backed marijuana legalization. Now, 68% do.
More and more people across the political spectrum want it. And so it's going to roll. It's going to roll.
But and remember, the NBA did not test for marijuana this season. They didn't test for it last season either, going into the bubble. So keep that in mind. That was already kind of a little bit of, that was some conditioning right there for your mind. So pay attention to what's going on.
Senate Democrats face an uphill battle.
And I know you listening to people that's telling you about hitting the panic button. What about the stock market now? people are still making money in the market. Just because of the popular stocks. The best stocks aren't even stocks you've ever even heard of. Like, and that's another reason why I don't really like doing like this, is because, and I really want to just deal with the psychology, because most of these stocks we're gonna deal with are stocks that everybody's already heard of. And so we're playing a waiting game. You're really only dealing with about 50, 60 stocks. And we're playing a waiting game for them to go up and down. And another issue too I have is that even when the market is down and there's downward pressure on the market, you could still make money, and you should still be making money. It's called doing the cover call. That means you already have 100 shares of the stock, and you know that it may be, let's say it may be, you feel like it may be a year before your stock actually goes up. Well, cover that call, but let's do it short the call, short that stock for maybe for a couple of months. Short the stock, get you a premium. Take that premium, buy another option with something, or put it in the crypto, whatever you planning on doing. But there's no excuse for you not to be making money, even when the market is down. Even when the market is down, because you can always short yourself. You can always collect the premium for shorting the stocks. There are two ways to make money on this. You can make money with it going up, and you can also make money with the stock going down. And also with it going sideways. And that's the dope thing too when we talk about shorting the stock and shorting the stock market. Shorting gives you two ways to make money. You're going to make money when the stock is moving sideways, and you're going to make money when the stock is moving down. When you're buying, you can only make money when it goes up. So keep in mind these type of things.
Oh, not just with Republicans, but also with some in their own party, including President Biden. The White House press secretary today notably did not endorse the new legislation.
Shepard's.
So, I mean, that's pretty clear and plain to see. Right? That's pretty clear and plain to see. When we talk about looking at, some of the current situations that are going on right now, let's go. Here we go. Yeah. Right. So just keep in mind what you were dealing with when we were talking about these different pot stocks. I gotta step away, but let me play this while we do it. So another thing that we're gonna be going into today is also Ford Motors, right? I want you guys to go into Ford Motors. Let me press share. Because, and this is another big one as we talk about not only going electric, right? The city, what they're getting ready to do in Detroit, it depends a lot on Ford and, well, basically the big three in general. But Ford and GM, they're going to be the leaders behind this new wave of electric. Everything is going green. Pay attention. Biden is going to be known as the green president, bro. Everything is going green. From pot to power. Even the way that we're even thinking and eating has changed. So I want to get this real quick. Let's get his plan.
This is a share And you don't need any of these to make money from the stock market. And in fact, if you click here right now, we will show you how you could collect $5,859 from the stock market without having to own a single share.
The future of the auto industry is electric. There's no turning back. And as Rory says, the American auto industry is at a crossroads. The real question is whether we'll lead or we'll fall behind in the race to the future, or whether we'll build these vehicles and the batteries that go in them here in the United States rely on other countries, or whether the jobs to build these vehicles and batteries are good-paying union jobs with benefits, jobs that will sustain and grow the middle class. Right now, China is leading in this race. Make no bones about it. It's a fact. You know, we used to invest more in research and development than any country in the world. And China was number 9. We now are number 8, and China's number 1. Can't let that be sustained. The future is going to be determined by the best minds in the world, by those who break through new barriers. You know, it has China, the largest, fastest growing electrical vehicle market in the world. The key part of an electric vehicle is the battery. Right now, 80% of the manufacturing capacity of those batteries is done in China. So not the battery for the F-150. We went down to Georgia and took care of that. It allows them to corner the market on the supplies of raw materials for those batteries. Importing almost all the lithium, 90%. It comes from countries from like Australia, which lead the world in mining these kinds of critical materials. And here's the deal.
See, now this is
It's
where
not that China's battery technology.
This is where it begins to change the structure. Detroit is getting ready to look a lot way different from what we are used to. Notice what he said. We are going electric and there's no turning back. That's the direction of the auto industry. BP, who is responsible for the oil spill, another great company to be looking at. It's the first company. They're going all electric. All electric. So to me, I would be paying attention to not the companies that are going extreme. Now, when you talking about a company like Ford, this is a company, the very United States. This is like, now you're dealing with the foundation of the U.S. So it's a lot different than just any old market that you buy. Shout out to Goldmine. I appreciate you, God. Peace. This is bigger than that. And the reason why I say that is because when you I tell you about the big three. We remember a lot of times I talk about the Highway Act of 1952. I believe I might be off 56, whatever. Actually, I'm surprised I haven't done anything on that. I probably do that later on. So when we talk about things like the Highway Act, right? We are driving on the roads provided by Ford, provided by the big three. These are companies that are too big to fail. They are directly tied not only just to the economy of America, but also the image of America. When people think of America, they think of the big three. They think about the auto industry. They think about these. They want to continue that trend. And that's why I'm trying to tell, like, especially, for my brothers and sisters that's living in Detroit, it's finna get a lot harder, man. It's only gonna get harder. I wish I had good news for you. I don't. Because you better believe that we are not a part of the plan in Detroit when they completely changed the look of this city. This city is going to be the first city where they're going to be operating autonomous vehicles. This is going to be a city where like a lot of things are going to be done electronically. How you pay for things, like this city will be the future. We're going to get a glimpse of the future through Detroit. All of the things that we seen in old movies and we say that's going to happen in 2020 and this and that. You're getting ready to really see these things take precedence in Detroit. That's going to be the first place. They're going to reverse it. They're going to give you an example. They're going to show you what it looks like because they're going green. Why are they going green? Because remember what the word is. The word is that man is causing global warming. And remember, it was convenient back then, but now you look back when you're just chopping trees. It's the lumber company that kept the weed business out of it. They knew that weed was more sufficient. It was a more sufficient way of making paper, pencils, and all kind of, and more. It was more cost efficient and everything, and less taxing on the environment. The lumber company is who even had weed put as a Schedule I drug. Shout out to Northern Bella. I appreciate you, sis, showing up. So it's dramatic changes is getting ready to take place. When we look at a city like Detroit, this is going to be, this city, they're going to use this city as the example. You would think they would go to California or something. No, California is going to look slow when it comes to, they're going to look like they're behind the 8 ball when it comes to what you see happen in Detroit. They already, see, there was a deal made between Biden and the big three back when he was in office. And like, this is what's crazy, right? He made a deal with the big three, Ford, GM, and I think it's Chrysler. He made a deal with all three of them back when he was vice president and under Obama. And basically, it was that, basically he put $40 billion away. So when it became convenient for companies like Ford and them to go green, he would already, the country would be there to bail them out. And so that's why I say this is something that is too big to fail. What's going on, back? Shay Love is in the building. And so, oh yeah. And so yeah. They set that up in the making a long time ago. So the money that's getting ready to be pushed behind companies like Ford and GM, because notice GM is going with the autonomous vehicles. They're going AV and Ford is going EV. So they stand out of each other's way. Exactly. Dispensaries on every corner. We're going green. This will be the green president. You're gonna have to pull up and what's gonna happen, they're gonna make it like righteously. We are coming into a time period where this probably is the best time for you to go ahead and get you an electric vehicle. Because, I mean, moving forward, they're going to tax the hell out of you for using petrol. That's just what it is. They're going to tax the hell out of you. They're going to make it to where it's inconvenient for you to use gas. And it's more of a and it's more convenient for you to have it to go electric. That's the game plan. Now, how do we capitalize off of it? And see, this is what I be meaning by buying the rumor and selling the news. This is what I mean by that. Because the rumor is they're going green. Ford is making electric vehicles to compete with Tesla. The veterans, they need marijuana. These are the rumors. Right? These are the rumors. But then when we get into the news, it's going to be too late. By the time you see the actual news that, hey, marijuana is legalized, you're going to be behind in the market. I tell y'all over and over again, I like to buy stocks. So when they lie and say that the market is crashing, and they force people to hit the panic button, I'm right there just laughing and smiling and buying it up. I like to buy stocks and I don't like to pay a lot for them. If you're the same way, then this is the best time for you right now to do what? Take a look at Ford. So currently, what are the markets we are looking at? We're looking at Ford Motors. We are looking at the pot stocks. I don't think you can really go wrong with them. My favorites is SNDL, also Tilray. And that's SNDL, that's the ticker symbol for Sundial. And then also Tilray, ticker symbol TILY. So, or TLRY. So pay attention to any time they're telling you to sell. That's a good time for you to buy. I'm always going to do the opposite of what the group is doing. But that comes with also being patient. The reason why here we going to deal more so with getting your emotions in check as opposed to just the technical analysis. Because your emotions will make you override your technical analysis. Your emotions will make you override your game plan. You'll have a whole game plan set up. All right, I bought in at, I bought in at what Tesla at $100. I'm gonna sell if it goes to $160. And because you've seen it, because it got to $160 so fast, and then it flirted with 170, you didn't sell at 160, which was your original game plan. You may never see 160 again. These are important mistakes that cannot be made when you're in the market. It cannot be any emotions. And I get it. When you look at most people, they pretend like this market is some type of game or some type of joke. No, you are a fool. Every dollar is food. Every penny counts. Let's continue real quick.
Technology is that much more innovative than everything else's. Remember, our national labs in the United States, our universities, our automakers led in the development of this technology. But today, China has a bigger manufacturing scale than all other countries. And they're using that scale to make these batteries not just in China, but they're making them in Germany and in Mexico. and now exporting those electric vehicles around the world with sites on the
New
American
jobs
market.
getting ready to be created. The semiconductor.
And they think they're going to win. But I got news for them. They will not win this race. We can't let them. We have to move fast. And that's what you're doing here.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our...
They are in competition. Detroit will be the face. He put, yeah, that's going to stay up. Yeah, all of these, yeah, these going to definitely stay up. So let me see. So we get back on some more forward. So, and that's why, you know, like I said, I'm just walking y'all through real quick the rumors. Right? I'm just walking y'all through the rumors. So when we get to the news, when everybody is going crazy on buy Dogecoin, buy Bitcoin, you'll be selling. You'll be selling and sitting back relaxing, waiting on the next drop so you could buy some more. That's, I mean, understand, and that's why I like understand it is too late. When you see it on YouTube or however you're getting your stock news or however it is that you receive, you know, your news on crypto or the market or whatever it is. By the time you see it, it is too late. That is not the time for you to go and say, I'm going to buy some Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is up 100%. That is not the time for you to jump in and go, oh, let me now buy me some pot stocks. I just showed y'all SNDL. Let's go back to it. SNDL right now is currently at 86 cents. At 86 cents. Let me share this for y'all so y'all can see that. Pay attention to this, to these prices. Which you should be always keeping notes anyway when you in the market. I remember the prices like good, so I don't really take notes. For some reason, I'm just good at remembering the last price. But 86, right now we looking at 86 cents. On something that I believe is going to $5 at a minimum. What you gonna wait for to go in at? What you gonna wait for until it get to what, 130, and then try to jump in? We're talking about 86 cents right now for a pot stock. You want to start setting yourself up now ahead of time. This isn't a short-term, quick, get rich quick scheme. You want to set yourself up long-term. And the reason why I encourage a lot of people to buy options is because, like I said, there is never a time in the market where you shouldn't be making money. I don't care if the market is up or if the market is down. I'm going to be able to make money in the market. I'm going to short my stocks if I have to. If we're in a bull run, I got my shares. Cool. If anything happens, I will do what is called a cover call. And when I say a cover call, I'm going to repeat this for y'all. A cover call is when you own 100 shares and you short yourself and you short against those shares, meaning that you agree to sell those 100 shares at a certain price. So say, like right now, let's say I had 100 shares of SNDL and it's at 86 cents, right? And it's at 86 cents. And I believe that it's going to stay at 86 cents or go lower for over the next 2 or 3 months. So let's say what I would do is I would say, okay, I'm gonna set up a contract to sell 100 shares of SNDL at, let's say, $2, $1.50. And in return, my agreement to sell those shares at $1.50, whether in return I will get a premium right then and there. As soon as I do that, I will get money for having those shares. So these are different. There's other avenues and ways for you to make money. Don't let them fool you. The market is down. The market is down. That you can make just as much money, if not more, shorting the market as you can when you're buying in the market. Be aware. So, like I said, take heed to what was brought out today. We are buying the rumor, and we are going to sell the news. I continue to hear y'all success stories over and over again. I look forward to hearing more of y'all success stories. The next time we do this, I already know. You guys will be selling the rumor somewhere in the Bahamas, enjoying yourself. So before we get out of here, let's take a look at Ford real quick. Let's just get a quick little price. Here we go. New York Stock Exchange. Is that right? Look at that. Let me check that price somewhere else. I don't know why that's right. So let's take a look at Ford real quick. So Ford right now is at $14.12. Right, Ford is right now at $14.12, and we are right now currently in a bit of a dip. Now, it's two things that happens in the market. Usually, early in the market, you can kind of tell if it's a bull week or a bear week. And a bull week means that it's going to be an up week, and a bear week means that it's going to be a down week. Right? You could kind of tell by how the price action starts out in the beginning of the week. So a lot of times on like a Monday and a Tuesday, what'll happen with the price in a bear run is earlier in the week, it'll hit high. It'll play like it's going up. And then when you get to like Thursday and Friday, it just floors. It just floors. And so a lot of times in the bull market, a lot of times earlier in the week, a lot of times earlier on in the week, if it's going down, dipping, you'll see buying pick up towards the end of the week. Thursday, Friday. So if you see buying picking up towards the end of the week, right? So It's the best times and even like good times to even buy in general. When you're talking about buying a stock, the best time probably for you to buy is most likely going to be I blasted straight through that. Hold on, actually, did I have that? That's crazy. So yeah. I need to get that off of there. But anyway, you know, be prepared and be thinking about how you're going to win, what price points you planning on getting out of the market. Now, stocks like Ford, to me, those are really long-term ordeals. Those are really long-term ordeals. We talk about the pot stocks. Canopy is one of the strongest pot stocks in the market. Canopy is one of my favorite pot stocks. It's a little bit more expensive. Tilray is also a little bit more expensive. Tilray probably has let's talk about, like, probably if you're talking about quick, Tilray probably has a really high, the highest ceiling for the short term. I think companies though like Canopy has a higher ceiling for the longer term. Canopy already has a deal with Corona, and also Corona has a deal with Snoop Dogg. There will be something going on there as we talk about the pot stocks. So pay attention to companies like Canopy. SNDL at 86 cents. What makes SNDL wonderful is not only the market cap, but the fact that it is the only pot stock with no debt. Zero debt. That is something to look at going forward. That's a ton of potential and a ton of room for growth. This is about being patient, not allowing the crowd to dictate your emotions, having a plan and sticking to it. That's all you should be doing. You should have a plan and be sticking to it. Do not enter into any of these markets without already having an exit plan. Already know where you're going to get out at. Already know where your stops are. Right? I already know where your stops are. My fault. Know exactly what you're going to do, where you're going to get out at. I don't want you guys getting caught in the market, thinking and hoping for it to go up and get stuck. You will lose money like that every time. Know when you're getting out before you even get in. So, like I said, tonight we looked at a few of them. I am not a financial advisor. I do not give financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. If you need financial advice, then you need to get with a brokerage or some sort of financial advisor, or you do your own work under your own due diligence. Here we will deal with with more so of the mental side and the emotional side when it comes down to the stock market. That's just how I'm going to approach it, and it is what it is. Once again, I want to thank everybody for showing up today. This was definitely another segment of Investing Out the Blue. Like, share, subscribe. I want to give a shout out to Shay Love, the wifey in the building, Northern Bella. I appreciate you showing up, showing love. My brother Gold Mine, always in the building. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe also to Gold Mine Tree TV. Also to the Chop Up Show. The link is in the description for the Chop Up Show. That's done by the political plug Domo himself. Him and his team, Toya and Conscious Lee, they definitely do put together some great content. So if you definitely want to, find you something that's something that'll make you, that'll help you kind of get a better political understanding of the climate. These are three people who definitely have political science on lock and are definitely still, people who we can also relate to. These are definitely not, uppity people. They are brothers and sisters from the hood. And so having them with, at being educated in political science is big, and having them actually discuss, politics from their point of view. So y'all make sure y'all go and check that out. Shout out to the Bible Gives Life. I appreciate you guys showing up, man. You also. And so I'll be live soon. I think I'll be going into either the Bible is Greco-Roman or I'm going into I got something to bring up with y'all on the Bible being Greco-Roman. So I'll be going into that later on if y'all interested in that. So yeah, we'll be investing in history out the blue later on. With that being said, I appreciate y'all. Once again, power to the dark side. Y'all know how we getting out of here. Peace.
たった一つたった一つのたった一人たった一人の私はここ
Reparations on the table, nigga, we ain't seen shit. Put us under pressure, nigga, we ain't even sweat. Came out shining like a diamond in the middle with some mess. On Martin Luther King, bitch, we coming for a check. Headed to the Capitol to stake my feelings in the mind of a radical. You can't ride with me. I'm my only witness when I handle my business. Pull it from the hip, say bye-bye, Billy. No more time for no coasting. I'm on the highway focused. I ain't even smoking, I'm just riding my emotion. Both eyes open, I was trying to keep calm. Put an extra set of eyes on them doing recon. Knee deep in snow, say you try and keep going. Told him get up out the cold before my nigga deform. Every old wound seem to getting retorn. I'ma write deep poems to a nigga reborn. I'ma make a statement before I make it out alive. No Channel 5, I would rather make a lie. Before the news try to make a nigga out alive. But the pain in my eyes on a much bigger prize. 501, both hands in the sky. Little do they know it's no plan to survive. I ain't finna give them no chance to decide. I'ma put they feet in both hands in the fire. Dancing in the fire like Eshak. You gon' test the water, never get both feet wet. We done overexposed the city defense. To the overexposure indecent. They don't know they diving in the deep end. Ain't no way that they surviving through the weekend. Everything blown in the flash like a beacon. Drowned in the flames, it's too late to let it sink in. Got 10 ways I can be vengeful. Sitting on 10 grenades, every last pin pull. This guerrilla war, they don't know what they in for. I can hear them at the door trying to move in slow. I can hold them off, I got 3 shots. Taking every soul for at least 3 blocks. I can smell the fire burning through the sheetrock. Seeing bodies in the flame, nigga try and reach out. This is how you practice what you finna speak out. Thinking about the facts that they try to leave out. This is for my roots running through the deep south. Dying for a cause what we finna beef out. If you ain't about the cause what you finna beef out. Showing up deep, we gon' bring the streets out. Every man line up, showing what your street out. An independent state, what a nigga need now. Depot on the beat. I couldn't believe it. Even when out of eye, and I still couldn't see it. This is much deeper than flesh and blood. Nigga, we fighting demons. Been double dead by the devil, and I'm still undefeated. Now you get to watch me get it up out of the mud. I couldn't believe it. Even when I was out of eye, and I still couldn't see it. This is much deeper than flesh and blood. Nigga, we fighting demons. I've been double dead by the devil, and I'm still undefeated. Now y'all get to watch me get it up out of the mud. Now y'all get to see me without a mud. Everything that I do gon' be out of love. And I'm tired of these trials and these tribulations. And I'm sick of my name always getting drugged. But no, I ain't budge. All of this money and you not pursuing it. All of this time you don't know what to do with it. Counterproductive and counterintuitive. Why you be acting like you already new to it? Straight from the gutter, boy, we getting sewer. As soon as we get it, you know we gon' move it quick. All of this money I made from the block. Get out the game and invested in stocks. Bought me a whip, get the rest of it up. When you saving on stuff, man, it messes them up. We gon' be fine, but we stay on our grind. All of my niggas is stepping it up, and they foot on our neck and no letting it up. We level the playing field, even the battle. My son is a scientist, he's splitting at us. Need us more geniuses, I know we got them. I know it's in us, I'm bringing it out of. I know it ain't perfect, I'm making them model on Capitol Hill, and I'm bringing them houses. The path that I'm on should nobody follow. I couldn't believe it. Even when out of eye, and I still couldn't see it. This is much deeper than flesh and blood. Nigga, we fighting demons. Been double dead by the devil, and I'm still undefeated. Now you get to watch me get it up out of the mud. I couldn't believe it. Even when I was out of eye, and I still couldn't see it. This is much deeper than flesh and blood. Nigga, we fighting demons. I've been double dead by the devil, and I'm still undefeated. Now y'all get to watch me get it up out of the mud. We fought hard on this road this longer. Fighting each other won't make us no stronger. Honey, this nigga's been fighting this hunger. I'm at my worst and ain't getting no wronger. No change of signs, I'm making it through. I flip a chair or a table or two. They won't believe what I'm able to do. I'm making these movements, this a new movement. My dog at the gate and all praises and Anubis. I'm getting too lit in my boat pack with doobies. On my way up and I break through your roofing. Shot for the moon and it made me a star. Got so much drive I can make it to Mars. Can't promise the day that I make it tomorrow. Every time that we make is to pay what we borrow.